Yeah. That's the Vines with Don't Listen to the Radio.
Well, what sort of a record is that to play at the beginning of 3 hours of top-notch radio?
It sets out the stall for a show that turns everything upside down.
It's counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Is that the phrase?
But yes, it is.
Good Saturday morning. This is Adam and Joe. My name's Joe Cornish.
My name's Adam Buxton. Before that, you heard Razorlight, incidentally, with America. That was the album version we played for you.
Actually, a friend of mine asked us to play that today, and because he said it's turned him on to Razorlight.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he hated Razorlight.
Why? What was his problem?
Just didn't like them.
Didn't like...
Thought they were rubbish.
Johnny Spats.
Johnny Spats. And then he heard that, and that's turned him round. Now he loves them.
He's going to be into the Scissor Sisters next, isn't he?
What, you think anything he hears, he just loves?
Well, no, I'm just saying that I'd bracket Razorlight and Scissor Sisters in somewhere similar.
What, the bin?
Yeah. No, you know what I mean?
In the dusty bin.
Let's get off this. The Razorlight have got nothing to do with the Scissor Sisters. What? That was a big storm last night, wasn't it?
It's been very stormy, but now the sun's come out. I tell you what London looks like.
What?
It looks like a fresh bowl of Marks and Spencer's fruit after it's been spritzed.
Yeah.
With a moisture spritzer.
Glistening.
And then someone's turned a beautiful light onto it. And now everything's all sexy. Even the smackies looked all spritzed and sexy in the street.
They've had a nice wash.
They've had a lovely wash.
Had a lovely wash.
Now they're all sunny.
It's all flooded everywhere. It's totally flooded. All the drains
watch out
are
for
blocked
big
up.
puddles. If you're on the pavement, watch out for vengeful bus drivers and big puddles.
Exactly, and jerky drivers.
Yeah.
You know?
Like watery landmines across London.
I've got like a big line of dirt all the way up my back and my front because I cycled, and I haven't got mud guards.
Is it because you cycled?
Oh. No, I done a poo. Come on, we only just started. I'm talking about poos. What have you got there?
So we've got a lot of prizes to give away today, listeners. We've got loads of DVDs, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We've got Depeche Mode, some sort of tour live in Milan. We've got Zoo TV live from Sydney. That's U2, popular Irish band. We've got special DVDs, what come in little tins.
Hey, look at that.
Like as if they're actually celluloid.
Black Hawk Down,
Hellboy, Desperado, Close Encounters. We've got tickets to see Little Britain live on Wednesday, the 4th of October.
Good prizes.
That's even the press night, isn't it?
I don't know. Wednesday, is that Wednesday?
Yeah, I think
that's the big one.
That's the big press premiere of Little Britain Live, finally getting to London. So we've an extraordinary number of prizes. We've got a crap commentary competition coming up in a second. We'll have a text competition in the second hour. I'm going to play some brand new material from Charlotte Hathaway's new album. Not coming out till February.
Is she even called Charlotte Heatherly?
Heatherly? I always call her... I get confused with that Hollywood actress, because I know her. So
yeah.
Do you have that thing when you know someone very well, you actually sort of forget their surname?
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Joe Cranberry.
We've also got... I'm going to play a bit of hip-hop as well.
Yeah. Now, we're going to play lots of good music, because we're here until 1 today. We've got the X list, all right? So we're going to play a lot of enjoyable music right the way through the show. Stay tuned. This is Adam and Joe here on XFM, and right now, this is the Zootons. That's the Zootons with Valerie. This is Adam and Joe here on XFM. I was doing a gig last night, Joe.
Oh, yeah? How did it go?
Had a bit of a gig.
It
was good. It was good. Good gig. Yeah.
Where was it?
Madam Jojo's.
Oh, yeah, you were talking about that last week.
Yeah. Teased it.
Did people laugh?
They eventually laughed, yeah.
Did anybody who listens to this show come?
I don't know. I didn't hang around afterwards, really. Went to the Phoenix bar with some of the other comics.
Oh, yeah.
Stood around there. A lot of.
It must be, when comics just chat, it must be hilarious.
I'll tell you what, Joe, it's very funny.
I mean, some of the jokes.
Yeah.
Because they're like Unleashed, aren't they?
Exactly.
And they can be blue and scandalous.
Yeah.
I bet, God knows what kind of thing you were saying to each other.
Funny stuff. But we were backstage, and at one point someone actually said, "This should be the show."
Did they?
Yeah. Because we were freestyling, careering all over the area, and it was very funny.
Yeah, we went out, funny.
And we went out on stage, and wasn't that funny.
Really?
Wasn't that funny. But I promised myself that I would do this gig and I wouldn't have anything to drink, and I would go straight home and do lots of preparation for this show, yeah? Because it's our last show for a while. Wanted to go out with a bang. Yeah, for this XFM show. And I thought, I've got to get my head together and be right on the money. So obviously I went out for a drink afterwards.
How many drinks?
I had 5 drinks.
What drinks?
Big beers.
Big beers.
Yeah.
Big gulps.
Big gulps.
Well, you're very stupid.
I know, I'm a stupid git, and I just couldn't help myself. It's the thing is that doing a gig, you get all keyed up, and then you have to I don't do them often enough to be disciplined about them, and the power of booze compelled me to go out and just drink too much. What a jerk.
Well, now you're ruining the whole show
Sorry, man.
with your hungover ramblings.
With my ramblings. We've got competition time coming up, though. That'll fix it, yeah?
That's true. Stand by on the phones, listeners, if you want to win one of our amazing DVDs. We've got too many prizes today, so we're going to be amazingly generous with the prizes. We might give you 2 or 3 prizes of your choice from the Prezi Prize.
Hey, you know what I want to do as well, which we did once before? I want someone out there shopping to find me an album and bring it in.
Good idea. We'll tell you more about that in a bit. The number 0871 222 1049. If you want to win something, stand by for Crap Commentary Corner.
That is coming up after this track and some adverts, but this is a new one from Beck. It's called Cell Phones Dead. And what's the name of his new album? No.
Isn't
Wrong.
it called, what's it called?
It's the wrong show for interesting facts like
Isn't
that.
it called The Information?
Is it? Yeah,
Yeah, it's called The Information because it's named after the Independent on Sunday television listings. Pull out, yeah.
Okay, so enjoy this one.
He was going to call it The Culture.
But he went the other way instead.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to call it Hot Stars
He should have called it Hot Stars.
after the OK pull-out, the Heat style OK pull-out. Anyway, this is Cell Phones Dead by Beck. Yeah, okay, so this isn't Beck.
Beck's taken a radical new direction.
I was thinking, boy, he's really gone in a different direction.
Yeah,
for this one.
has he had his bits chopped off, even?
I think this is Be Your Own Pet, isn't it?
Has he become a castrati?
Or someone like that.
Your information is wrong.
I'm really sorry.
This is not from The Information.
very-
What happened there? Wrong CD?
Wrong CD. Didn't read the number on the CD correctly.
You didn't read it, so it wasn't mislabeled?
No, my
Do you
problem.
take full responsibility?
Full responsibility. I hold my hands up.
Oh, my God.
Here is Beck.
This is Adam and Joe on XFM, London's 104.9. Number 1 for indie rock.
That was the Glaswegian quartet Franz Ferdinand with the track called The Fallen from earlier this year, from their second album. You Could Have It So Much Better.
What do you mean?
That's what the album's called.
Oh, I was shocked. I thought you were talking to me.
Yeah, you were worried that you weren't getting the best deal.
Out of life.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, don't worry.
I was thinking of just throwing everything away.
No, you're getting everything that you could possibly get.
Good. Now, if you want to win something for pretty much nothing, then stand by your phones because it's...
It's a crap commentary, recorded off of a DVD. Why don't you listen and see? You could win some crap for free. Can you tell who's speaking? And a movie equity kit. Go ahead, it's easy. You can use IMDb.
Yes, it's Crap Commentary Corner time. This is the part of the show where we play you an excerpt from a DVD commentary and you have to name who's speaking and what movie they're talking about. The number's 0871 222 1049 and the prizes on offer are almost limitless.
It's jaw-dropping, the stuff we've got to give away. This is kind of the flagship competition of the show, right?
Right.
So it should be a big prize. What do you think, the Little Britain tickets?
Maybe the Little Britain tickets, maybe one of the special DVDs, what come in tins.
Black Hawk
Everybody
Down.
loves a tin.
I love tins.
Tins add extra value. Think of beans.
Yeah. Think
Think of beans without a tin.
if it was just a cardboard
Worthless.
box or
You
a
wouldn't be
bag
able to
that
pick
came
them
in.
up.
No, it'd be
Tins.
pointless.
Tins are the cherry on the cake.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a mixed metaphor, really. But yeah, we've got DVDs in tins. We've got Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We've got kind of really old... They're not... Are these old? This has been out for ages, hasn't it? Has it just come out?
But it's good.
It's brilliant.
Depeche
Mode live in Milan.
But it's
Or
good.
U2's Zoo TV. That was in 1992,
But it's good.
wasn't it?
But that's good. It's good thing.
Sorry.
It's a good
It's
thing.
really good. Just because it's old doesn't mean it's not good. They're
Yeah,
really
exactly.
good DVDs.
Get with the old legislation, all right?
Yeah, right. So here we go. Listen very carefully. We want you to tell us what director is talking.
Quite easy,
what
this
film
one.
he's talking about. Well, it's easy for you, Adam Buxton.
He's got to be one of the most recognisable
Do you think?
sounding directors
Well,
in
let's
the
see.
business.
Let's see how people get on. You've got to name the director, but you've also got to work out which film he's talking about. And it's more Teutonic fun here on the Adam and Joe radio show. There's nothing we like more than a good old Teutonic accent and somebody who doesn't quite get their words right. So here's clip number 1.
We shot all these scenes, of course, without any of these insects around. They were all added digitally. So all the actors had continuously to act as if there was something right in front of them that was threatening and dangerous and that would run towards them. But of course, there was nothing there. And the only thing that we could do, Phil and I, is to be the bugs, to yell and scream and run towards them in the rehearsal so they could have getting some feeling of what was going on. Me, of course, screaming like, ah! Ah!
Wow.
Be the Bex.
If you know who that is and what film that is, then you realise how he got such great performances out of the actors with screaming like that. 0871 222 1049. If you know which director that is and what movie he's talking about. Shall we have another clip?
Yeah.
Here we go.
He's a brilliant guy.
He's a complete genius.
And this is a great film as well. Anyway, here's another clip.
But I can tell you that the movie is, in fact, in our opinion, stating that war makes fascists of us all. So whenever you see something that you think is fascist, you should know that the makers coincide with your opinion, thinking that it is not good. That is not a good statement, and this is not good politics. And if you see a black uniform, you should also know bad, bad, bad.
There we go. Poor man, he's frustrated that the film that he's talking about was misinterpreted and kind of misunderstood by the critics and the public. People thought it was a dumb, kind of irresponsible action spectacular, when actually it's deeply satirical.
It's a critique of fascism at large.
Absolutely. What director is that? What movie is that? 0871 222 1049. Amazing prizes to give away. If you think you know the answer, call now.
Call now. Right, here's a free play. This is Iggy Pop.
Oh, that was very exciting.
That was Iggy Pop with
That was
some
more refreshing
weird
than a
synth.
shower.
Yeah, exactly. This is Adam and Joe on XFM. We are going to come back after the ads and some more music with the resolution of Crap Commentary Corner. We have a number of people on the line who think they know what it is.
I thought that was a new band.
With the resolution?
The Resolution, yeah.
There's got to be a band called The Resolution, don't you reckon?
Sure there is.
Yeah. What would
There
they
is now.
sound like?
Not very good, probably.
Come on, sing their hit.
So you say you want a resolution. That's what their hit would be. Hey?
Nice.
XFM.
Yes, thank you. The Guillemots with Trains to Brazil. We're in the middle of playing Crap Commentary Corner. I think we've got a caller on the line. Is it Anthony? I like to say Anthony.
Anthony, but it's Anthony. It's Anthony.
What's the deal with... Is it Americans that pronounce Anthony?
No, so it's
Americans
just...
and Australians.
Because I remember in the Joe Dante section of The Twilight Zone, the movie, that brilliant little thing about the boy who has magic powers. Do you know that, Anthony?
I do,
Do you remember that? He's called Anthony.
I don't have the powers myself, but I do know the film.
It's
That's
a
a
personal choice, though, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, I think you either say that you're called Anthony or Anthony. It's a bit like... Well, actually, it's nothing like Tom York, is it? No one calls him Thom.
They should do. How are you doing today, Anthony?
I'm good. A little bit, having a good time. A little bit ropey from last night.
A little bit having a good time. That's not bad. That's a good
I'm
thing.
doing a little bit of dancing around.
I can't control
It's
my
not
legs
going
for
well.
dancing. Apart from that, I'm fine. I can't stop dancing. Is that right? Hello?
Well, I know I'm not dancing at the moment, but you're bang on.
Right, what were you up to last night that got you dancing?
Just friends and a lot of wine. Yeah.
Hey, there is no friend. It was just the wine, wasn't it?
You were on your
Anthony?
own with
The wine is the friend. So listen, you reckon you know who that was? Don't say
I
it.
hope so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we just play a little reminder?
Which clip would you like to hear, Anthony? The one where he goes, bad, bad, bad? Or the
think
one
that-
where he screams?
I think the first one with the bad's good.
That was the second one.
Yeah, but it was the first one you mentioned.
Whichever
Oh,
that one.
okay.
Bad,
But I can tell you that the movie is, in fact, in our opinion, stating that war makes fascists of us all. So whenever you see something that you think is fascist, you should know that the makers coincide with your opinion, thinking that it is not good. that is not a good statement, and this is not good politics. And if you see a black uniform, you should also know bad, bad, bad.
So who is it, Anthony?
I'm thinking it's Paul Verhoeven with Starship Troopers.
Paul what?
Paul Verhoeven.
Verhoeven? You have not pronounced the Verhoeven.
Sorry, Verhoeven.
But maybe you know better than us.
Maybe it is Verhoeven. What did you say? Anthony, you said like Paul Verhoeven.
Verhoeven.
Originally, though, you said like Paul Verhoeven.
It was a silent V.
I liked it.
That
I
was
liked it.
brilliant.
It was really good.
It made you sound very clever.
Yeah.
And isn't that a brilliant film, Anthony?
It's one of his best.
Isn't it just? And if there's anybody out there that hasn't seen Starship Troopers...
I don't know if Anthony was being serious. Are you being ironic, Anthony? Do you not think it's good?
No, I do like it. It's very funny. I mean, any film with Doogie Howser in it, you know, it's got to be good.
Yeah.
It's actually a very good action film. I do quite like it.
Yeah, I think it's one of the best movies of the 20th century.
I agree. I actually agree.
Genuinely, I kind of do.
It's a peach.
It was completely misunderstood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very ironic. It's very good. I liked it.
And Verhoeven, you know Verhoeven, the town where he grew up in Holland was bombed, actually by the Allies. He goes into it on the commentary. And all the surrounding streets, everyone was killed. And so as a little boy, he walked out into the streets and saw all of his neighbours and everyone in his little town dead.
Right.
All the bodies on the street. So he's got amazing first-hand experience of fascism and war.
And it's supposed to be, because there's whole scenes that he models specifically on Triumph of the Will.
Yeah, it's all based on propaganda films of the 40s and 50s. It's a satire of propaganda. And it's extraordinarily relevant in this current political climate, George Bush, Tony Blair.
It's a good translation of it, I'd say.
Yeah.
A good translation. Yeah, no, it is. It is. A very relevant movie, but well done there, Anthony. You get your chance to pick from our amazing bumper pile of prizes. What would you like? Do you want to go and see Little Britain live?
I'm actually... No, I can't on that Wednesday.
What? For what reasons?
Well, I'm actually working there. So,
Okay.
But any of the film DVDs sound good.
Okay, well...
What do you reckon? We've got the original version of
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Close Encounters. I kind of want Desperado and El Mariachi. Or there's Hellboy, Black Hawk Down, Depeche Mode, or U2. Quick as you can now, Anthony.
You can have two of any of those.
Yeah,
How about
go on.
that?
Quick.
Can I go... I'm sorry. Can I go for the Desperado and the El Mariachi?
Yeah, go on then. But you can have another one because they're both in one box. This is taking
Okay.
Quick,
Black
come.
Hawk Down?
Yeah, you got it. Well done, Anthony. Thanks very much for calling.
Thank you.
And thanks for listening.
Thanks a lot, Anthony. Have a good weekend. Right now, here's a bit more music. This is Kasabian. Yeah, it's crunchy.
What, that record?
The record.
Yeah, it's like it's like
crunchy.
being shot with rock bullets,
With rock bullets.
chopped to bits with an axe.
With a rock axe.
Rock axe.
That was Kasabian with Shoot the Runner. This is Adam and Joe here on XFM, coming up to the end of our first hour. And we're going to be here until 1 o'clock today, folks, because it's our last show. And we thought it would be fun just to hang out, shoot the breeze with you guys. Yeah?
Plus, it's the X list
Play some fun
in
music.
the last hour,
Yeah.
listeners, isn't it? Is it?
Yeah.
So if you want to request a song to play, do text us on 83XFM or email adamandjoe@xfm.co.uk. And you know, when people give us things to give away as prizes on this show, sometimes we're a bit lazy about plugging the product. Because that's why people give you prizes, right?
It's true. That's the way the world works.
because they want people to know that it's available.
Don't get nothing for free, do you?
So, you know, those films that we just gave away are part of a new range of films. What come in tins?
Great. They're going to be very pleased.
Yeah,
with
and
that.
they're called...
Tin films. Tin
They should be
flicks.
called tin flicks. What are they called? They're called Contains Exclusive Film Tin, is what they're called. And you can get all sorts of films.
Why did you even bother bringing it up?
Because they expect it. The reason they've given them to give
do you think
away...
they're going to be happy with that? Well, they're films,
Well,
they
they
come
should
in
have thought of a
tins.
better name. Oh, no, hang on. They're called the Real Collection. Only real is spelt R-E-E-L.
Oh, it works
And they got
both
sent to us
ways.
in a big film tin. Look at that, yeah. And there was a letter. It says, "Hi, Adam and Joe, I hope you're well." Enclosed are 4 of the titles from Sony Pictures Home Entertainment's DVD Real Collection. So not only are they real,
Yeah.
but they're real.
They're real. Real.
Yeah. So there we go.
Good one. Okay, we're going to be back shortly. We've got ads and news and music coming up.
I love ads and news and music.
For ads, news,
Can we
and
just drop the music
fan,
and just hear the ads and the news?
it's paradise. Yeah, let's do that.
XFM.
That was the Arctic Monkeys with Leave Before the Lights Come On. They are, of course, David Cameron's favourite band and Tony Blair's favourite band, but not Ming Campbell's favourite band.
Ming Campbell favours the Guillemots. That's a bit of fact there for you.
A bit of fact. This is Adam and Joe on XFM, London's 104.9. We're into the second hour of the show. And now it's time for Adam to make a request to our listeners. And this is a kind of just a lazy functional request. You just can't be bothered to do it yourself.
No, it's not that I can't be bothered. It was as I was leaving. I've got this CD, right, at home.
What CD?
It's a CD by Phil Lynott.
Right.
Or rather, I thought I had it.
The point being, listeners, I think Adam wants one of you to go to a shop and do some shopping for him. Is that right?
Do a little bit of shopping, yeah.
Yeah, so there's an album you want. And what, you want to play it on the show?
Well, I had this song going around in my head for ages and ages, you know what I mean? And you get obsessed by it. And I tried to find it on iTunes. I couldn't find it. Maybe I wasn't searching right. Anyway, it's a Phil Lynott song, and I'm pretty sure it's called Old Town. And I think it's Phil Lynott rather than Thin Lizzy. So it's off one of his solo records. I think maybe it's off like one where he's looking quite sexy and cheesy on the cover, and he's got like his collar up or something. I think maybe it's called the Phil Lynott album even. But so it's a bit of a challenge for you listeners, you know.
What, it's going to be difficult to find? It's quite
Might
obscure.
be difficult to find. I don't know.
And what are you offering listeners as an incentive to do this?
Well, they could certainly have their pick of any prizes we've got here, couldn't they?
Is that all, a prize?
What else?
Usually they just have to pick up the phone for a prize, but you're asking for a lot more. You're asking
That's true.
to physically buy the album.
What can we give them?
Well, do you want them to bring it here?
Yeah.
Well, then maybe they should come into the studio. That's a prize of a kind, isn't it?
It's a sort of a prize, isn't it?
Yeah, and then I think you should give them some money. Are you going to pay them back for it?
Obviously, I'll pay them back for it.
And will you give them a little bit more?
What kind of thing?
Just a couple more quid.
Oh, I see. Not like a snog or like...
You could give them a snog.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know if they'd be happy with that.
Well, I tell you what, if you're in town and you're near a record shop and you're anywhere near Leicester Square and you're prepared to do this bit of drudgery for Adam, then you can call us on your mobile, tell us you're prepared to do it, and then we can agree some kind of fee. It can be snog-based,
Yeah.
or we can barter. I'm not saying that they can just demand whatever they want,
No.
but maybe they might want to, like, pull out one of your belly button hairs. Like, just lift up your shirt, grab one of the little hairs by the belly button and pull it really hard.
Right.
That might...
Well,
satisfy them.
They might
want to smack
me right in the
face.
in my
That's
stupid
more likely.
face.
If you want to smack Adam in his stupid face,
In my stupid face.
then just buy this Phil Lynott album. What's it called?
I think it's called the Phil Lynott album. But the song
you
I'm
go.
after is called Old Town. That's the key thing you need to know.
Yeah, so if you're prepared to go and buy that and bring it into us here at number 1 Leicester Square, we're right next to the Odeon Leicester Square. Just what are they playing at the Odeon Leicester Square? Children of Men, I think.
Children of Men, yeah.
Just look out for the giant Children of Men poster, and we're just on the right. But give us a call, 0871 222 1049, 0871 222 1049, if you're prepared to buy that Phil Lynott album in exchange for abusing Adam in some way.
No, what? Where did that? That was
It's
just
the
a
only
joke.
way it's going to happen.
No, because
That is
then we're going to
the
have
only
the
way it's-
nutcases coming in, and
well,
they will want to
fine.
hit
We
me.
need a nutcase
No,
to fill
no,
the
no,
third hour of the
no,
show.
wrong.
That's just what we need, is a nutcase.
No, we don't
Get on the
want the
blower,
nutcases.
nutcases. 0871 222
What are you
1049.
doing, man?
If you got a criminal record, even better. If you got some kind of weapon.
Joe, you remember you were saying to me the other day, sometimes your brain kind of short circuits and you forget to filter out things that you shouldn't say.
Yes.
That's one of them.
Is it?
Inciting
It'll be
nutcases
fine. It'll be
to
fine.
come
We'll
in.
be fine. I've got a brilliant nutcase detector.
Great. Well,
We
listen,
won't let any genuine nutcases in.
I'm hiding behind you when they come.
All right, listen, here's a free play. This is from Charlotte Hatherley. This is from her new album. It's so exclusive. The album is untitled. Wow. She hasn't even thought of a title. Or maybe she hasn't decided on which brilliant title to use. The album's going to be out at the end of February. There's going to be a single in December. We're not even sure whether this is a single, but this is a fantastic slice of new material from Charlotte Hatherley. This is called I Want You to Know. There we go, an exclusive first play of material from Charlotte Hatherley's forthcoming album. That was called I Want You to Know. Yeah.
This is Adam and Joe here on XFM on a Saturday afternoon. Still nice outside, still drying up the puddles. What a terrible storm it was last night.
Yeah, well said.
Thanks.
No one's called yet. to do Adam's shopping for
do my
him. There's a
bidding.
surprise. Even when we're offering a chance to, like, give him a little slap. In return.
Stop talking about that, please.
I thought, I mean, who could turn that opportunity down?
Genuinely stop talking about it. We are trying to mobilise the listeners today. I'm trying to get someone to track down a copy of a Phil Lynott album with a song called Old Town on it. If you're in the West End and you're near a record shop, get it, give us a call. 0871 222 1049 and
Slappy.
don't say that.
Slappy pappy.
Come on then, what have we got? We got a competition coming up
Yeah,
now.
it's text competition time. Are we going to do it right now?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, this is the text competition, listeners, and don't forget we've got an extraordinary bumper pile of booty to give away. We've got amazing DVDs.
You've got an extraordinary bum.
I've got a big bouquet, and we've got tickets to see Little Britain as well. Xanthi's putting her head in her hands because I said I've got a big bouquet. What's wrong with that? She finds it so overpoweringly.
It's
wicked.
turning into what?
You're just turning into kids again.
Into
Children.
kids. Sure. There's nothing wrong with that. So text competition, listeners.
We are infantile.
The text number is 83XFM, and this is what we want you to do to win some of those prizes. Everybody knows that Thursday night is comedy night, right? On BBC Two.
Killer lineup.
You've got Extra. I don't call it extras because it's not about extras. It's about one extra. And then it's kind of the Ricky Gervais show. And then you've got Mitchell and Webb,
Yeah.
which is good. But before that, you've got the comedy show that beats them both, Dragon's Den,
Yeah.
with a parade of misguided lunatics who've invented demented things trying to raise money. So basically, we'd like you to come up with a kind of pathetic, a brilliantly, intentionally pathetic Dragon's Den style invention. Mm-hmm. So here are some real ones. Last night there was, or not last night, on Thursday night there was Smarty Pants.
Yeah.
Do you know what Smarty Pants was? Do you remember that, Adam?
Smarty Pants.
Smarty Pants was personalised children's underwear.
That wasn't a real one, was it?
Yeah, she'd ordered 150,000 pairs of personalised pants. She'd failed to get any money from the Dragons.
Yeah.
She's still there a year later in a big warehouse full of Smarty Pants. She's got no orders, but she's still... And I don't know if anybody saw that. She was letter setting or kind of printing the name Rosa on the Smarty Pants. Now, if she's doing Rosa, that's not a very common name, is it? Imagine all the other names she's done.
She's got to be doing them to order then.
No, she's not.
Is she not?
No, she's just hit all the names and ordered like 50 of each.
Rosa.
Yeah, she's in trouble. Smarty Pants. But that was a quite sensible one, comparatively speaking, because there was also my favourite one, Super Knees.
What, Super Knees?
Did you see Super Knees?
That's not like pads for... Is that the one where it's pads for cleaning or something?
If only it was. No, it's roller skates for the knees.
Nice.
Yeah, so you get on your hands and knees and you've got roller skates on your knees. It was embarrassing. The man that invented them was slightly insane. He's a kind of children's party entertainer or a maths magician or something. I don't know. Anyway.
And they were aimed at children, presumably, were they?
Who knows?
But that would be, apart from anything else, it would be exhausting. Can you imagine how tiring that would be to be on your knees on roller skates?
Super Knees.
Super
The
Knees.
name's brilliant, though,
I mean, it's
because...
brilliant because you would get fit incredibly fast.
Would you?
Yeah.
You just get a terribly bad back.
No, being down there, I'm pretty sure you would be using all kinds of muscles that you... I think it's a brilliant idea.
It's a brilliant idea for cleaners,
Yeah.
I think, for people who have to polish floors.
knees.
Saves time. And the other terrible one, I can't remember what it was called, but it was an armchair gym. Do you remember that? It was like an executive chair,
Yeah.
and it had a running machine that pulled out the back. And anyway, so we want you
It's
to
not
think
bad.
of an intentionally rubbish idea for Dragon's Den. And we also want you to tell us what kind of equity you're giving away. I can't remember the language. Like how much money you want and what percentage equity you're giving away.
If we
Do you know what
invest
I
in
mean?
your
If
idea.
we're to invest it. So I've come up with some examples. My name's Joe Cornish. These are my business ideas. Are you
Come on.
ready?
Yeah, hit me.
Okay, business idea number 1. Rasta pasta.
That's good.
Okay,
I
wait
like
for
the name of it.
Rasta pasta.
Right.
It's pasta in the shape of dreadlocks.
That's just good.
And it's herbally flavoured. Do you know what I mean? It's got a sachet of herb
Yeah.
to sprinkle on top of it. Rasta pasta.
That's brilliant.
That is brilliant, isn't it? I'm looking for £250,000
Yeah.
for 1%
Right.
of the business.
That's a pretty hard bargain you're driving there.
That's where the negotiations have got to start.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Here's the second one. Now, this is a bit more sophisticated. Basically, it's for kids.
Mhm.
It's a food accessory.
Yep.
They're novelty evil plastic heads. So little evil faces of evil children done in plastic. They've got a spike on the bottom. You stick them in the corn on the cob to hold the corn on the cob while you eat them, right?
Yeah.
You with me? They're called children of the corn on the cob.
Right.
They're evil children. Do you get it?
I do
And
get
it makes eating corn on the cob more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, children of the corn on the cob.
I'm not-
looking for £100,000.
You can't have
for
it.
a 10%
No.
equity
I'll tell you
investment.
what I'll give you for children of corn on the cob.
Children of the corn on the cob.
Children of the corn on the cob.
Yeah.
I'll give you 15 pence to pop it in the bin.
Well,
It's
you're
no
very-
Rasta pasta.
You're stupid. I'm going to stick with Children of the Corn on the Cob and I'm going to become a millionaire.
Okay,
So
then.
if you can beat Rasta Pasta or Children of the Corn on the Cob, text 83XFM. We'll select the best one and give you a whole lot of prizes.
Here's the magic numbers. That was the magic numbers with Take a Chance. That's the new single from them. It's coming out on the 23rd of October.
It sounds like a soft rip-off of Everlong by the Foo Fighters, says Nathan in Brixton.
All right, Nathan, that's what I'm saying to you.
Adam's making a horse noise. I think you're right, Nathan. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I was just doing horse noises. Nothing. I'm not
Not
like
personal.
insulting you, Nathan, or
No,
anything.
I think Nathan's correct.
Extra cops on the streets this weekend in Brixton. Kids, put the guns down, yeah? Think about it for a second. Put the guns down. That's a little message for the kids there.
Tanya in Watford has texted in an idea. I mean, basically, I think my idea for Rasta Pasta is so good
It's hard to
that
beat.
it might just eclipse the whole competition. I mean, because Tanya's suggesting that Rasta Pasta could be red, gold and green, like tricolour pasta. That's a good idea, isn't it? Because the Rasta market is a huge untapped market.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like Brixton Market.
yeah, I'm going to tap it. And I think, Tanya, I might go into business together with you. So I'll give you a call and we'll set up a meeting. We'll go to Barclays, get some kind of a loan.
What would you
Bish, bash,
do, man?
bosh.
I bet you in like 6 months' time,
Rasta Pasta will be on the market.
yeah, and no one
Have
will
you patented that? Have you Well, you're a fool. In 2 months' time, I can go out and copy that product. And you're stuffed. So your Rasta Pasta can ram jam out the door. That's what the Scottish one would say. And the Australian one would go, Joe, you're a nice bloke. It's a great idea. I'd like to work with you. You seem like a really good guy, but I'm out. I'm sorry. It's just not my kind of idea. I don't like Rastas. I'm out.
And the American guy would say,
He left after series 1.
What are the numbers? Oh, he was all over the last show. It was,
Yeah,
it
because that was a
catch-up
flashback show. Yeah. Then there's the woman that looks like one of the fish out of Finding Nemo. She looks like one of the big blue fish, doesn't she, though?
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know what she'd say. Something.
Here, I'll give you some products, right? And some ideas, and you have to think of funny ways of telling me to get lost, all right?
Okay.
The way they do on there.
Okay.
So my idea is for a self-buffing boot.
You can boot yourself out that buffing door.
Nice.
Yeah, you see straight in there.
Yeah. Okay, what about this?
Hello, I've got, this is a device, it's a cake making device, and it makes cake making easier.
Is it easy for you to make a cake out the door?
What?
I don't know. I don't really know about that
Well,
one.
you
Quickly.
could have had your cake and eat it. Something
Yeah,
like
take you you get the idea. Play a record for God's sake.
that. All right, then. Here's a free play right now. This is The Kinks with Big Sky.
That's the theme to the movie Curious George. Is it?
It's not supposed to be that great, is it, Curious George?
No, but that's nothing to do with Curious George.
Oh, is it not?
No.
Nothing to do with it.
What
Jack
was it?
Johnson, Breakdown.
Oh, there we go. He did do that. I was right. He did do the music for Curious George.
I know, but that wasn't anything to do with the
No.
actual movie.
But I think it was a mistake for him to do the music to Curious George.
Because it was such a stinky film.
Well, his music is quite, childish, but
Childlike.
for adults, right?
Yeah.
but he's lost the for adults bit. And now it just sounds like it should be on Play School.
Right.
Do you know, in a nice way, but it just sounds infantile now.
I see what you mean. He's aligned himself too closely with.
Yeah, I haven't thought about that.
the
I don't
infants.
really mean it, but I just thought it might
It's
be
a bit
clever
rich
to
coming
say.
from us, though, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
We're quite infantile.
Yeah. So, listeners, this is Adam and Joe. This is XFM, London's 104.9.
Rasta pasta.
We've got two very exciting projects
Exists.
going on the show at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rasta Pasta exists, apparently. Someone said that it's the name of a restaurant in Belize. Someone else said that it actually exists. And they're in the shape of cannabis leaves, little bits of pasta.
and they're in the three colours
And they're in the three colours,
of
so
the
there
Rasta
you go.
flag. And somebody else sort of told you rather curtly
Yeah.
that it was simply a product you were coming up with, not a business strategy there.
Well, is that true, though? I mean, on Dragon's Den, they always have products.
Yeah, but they're backed
You
up
build
with
the
some-
business around the product.
Mhm.
That's why I'm going to be rich and you are nothing. Plus, we've also asked a listener to do some shopping for Adam, and that's going quite well, isn't it? Someone's called in.
Someone's called in. I always imagined that if people happen to be wandering around the West End, maybe listening to the show on their phones or whatever, then they would pop into the shop. But someone listening at home in Clapham has gone
He's
into
going to come all the way into
the West
town.
End. That's really nice.
That is nice.
And I think I think her name is Andrea. So I guess maybe she can't listen to the show right now, though.
She's got
on the
82
move.
minutes to perform the task.
She'll be all right.
She'll be fine. If she can find the record. It's quite an obscure record.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what, though. If by any chance there's somebody else out there who is in the West End, we could make it a race. If you think you can beat Andrea to find the
That's
Phil
poor
Lynott
old
album,
Andrea.
yeah, but it'll make
She's
me
coming
laugh.
in all the way from Clapham. Of course they'll beat her if they're already in the West End.
Yeah, but that would be funny.
You just want to be...
Sadistic.
I'm not going to say slapped again because you'll get angry. And don't forget, listeners, we've got our text competition running as well. We're looking for your pathetic Dragon's Den style business ideas. The more, if they can be pathetic but kind of feasible, that's what's going to win. And we've already got one really good one that we're not going to read out yet. We're going to save it and get the guy who wrote it or lady who wrote it on the line. Do you want to hear some of the other ones we got so far?
Yeah, come on.
Oh dear. A glow-in-the-dark fart kazoo plays an exciting tune when inserted carefully. If you use my idea first, I can only afford to put forward my gran, but she's got lots of boiled sweets. She's looking for in the region of £1,000. Oh dear. Tristan in London Bridge. I'm not reading the rest of that. You know what? I think I'd better sort through
I
these
think you better
texts before I read them out. Otherwise, we're going to get into trouble.
Well, let's play some more music then. This is Jamie T with If You Got the Money.
Hang on.
If you got the money.
Money and... What did I just say? Money. And...
Joe Cornish talking about money.
Yeah, well, it was in one of the texts I was reading. So, hello, this is Adam and Joe here on XFM.
That was the Fartellis with Chelsea Dagger.
That's not how you say them.
Fartellis?
You're very immature.
Fratellis?
Talking of immature, we've been running a text competition to asking people to come up with pathetic Dragon's Den style business ideas. The more kind of rubbish but yet feasible, the better.
I should say at this point that fans of the programme Time Trumpet might remember that they did some very, very funny sketches in there along the same lines.
I'm not claiming this competition to be original.
No.
Everybody's covered
Wasn't putting
Dragon's
you
Den.
down. Wasn't putting you down, Joe. Just wanted to
Yeah, flag it up.
Big up.
Do you want to judge some of these then?
myself. What?
Adam, do you want to judge some
Yeah,
of these?
yeah.
Okay, you ready? Okay. Here's a kind of starter one.
Okay.
The Gibbon ribbon.
Well, what's that?
This is a ribbon with pictures of gibbons in different poses. It's suitable for monkey enthusiasts' present wrapping needs.
Rubbish.
He wants £200,000 for a 10%
No.
stake in the equity.
can't
And that
have
comes
that.
from Dunstan.
Dunstan.
Out of Dunstan checks
That's
in.
the best bit about
So
the whole
he knows
thing.
about gibbons.
He knows about gibbons. He
So
knows
Adam
his
Bucks
gibbons.
is saying that's rubbish.
Out the door, monkey boy.
You can take your monkey business and climb up a monkey puzzle, a monkey tree. Because you're a monkey. And, yeah, that's the end of that one. That's not, they wouldn't have used that in a finished programme.
No, they wouldn't.
They would have cut
They would
that
have
one
chopped
out.
around that one.
Mate, you're a great guy. Everybody loves monkeys. But it's just not going to float as a business idea, so I'm out. What about this? Pimp limps. Shoes or boots with one sole deeper than the other, enabling anybody to pimp walk like Huggy Bear. That comes from Mark, the pimp limp.
The pimp limp.
What's to stop somebody from just wearing odd shoes or wearing one of their girlfriend's shoes, like a high-heeled shoe? Why are people going to buy pimp limp? It's stupid. You're ugly. You're ugly and you stink. Get out! That's the response to that one. Mate, it's... yeah, you get the idea. What about this?
I just like that Scottish accent.
It's not very good, is it? It's like Robin Williams' one in Mrs. Doubtfire.
That's right, yeah.
Oh, it's
Hello,
only
children.
worse. Okay, how about this? This is quite a good one, actually, all right?
on then.
You concentrate here.
Yeah.
Tea cubes.
Tea cubes.
They're like sugar cubes. I assume he means lumps.
Yeah.
But instant tea. So you've combined the tea with the sugar, right? And you just put... Yeah? Did you get me? Do I
Yeah,
need to...
yeah,
Did you
yeah,
get me?
yeah.
Bruv, in it. Allow it. You just drop it in the tea, and it's got the tea leaves in with the sugar.
What?
And,
You don't want tea leaves
what?
all over the area. That's the whole point. People are happy with bags, you know, to strain out the leaves.
Say it in a Scottish accent. Oh, you can be Duncan Ballantyne. He just talks like this.
Right, yeah.
Exactly. Or you could be Peter, whatever his name is, Peter Paphadis. He's a television critic.
Yeah.
He's not called that, but the guy who always has coffee round the corners of his mouth looks a bit disgusting.
Yeah, well,
Mrs.
I mean,
P,
the last
the thing
50
is, mate-
years of evolution have more or less come to the point where people want tea bags. You know, they want to strain the leaves out of the tea, not suddenly have them floating around just because you want a bit of sugar in there as well.
And that's why I'm out. That's what you say at the end.
Yeah. That's,
All right.
And that's why.
Okay, this is a good one from Kay. All right, flavoured fingernails with added vitamins and minerals for chronic warriors. Because, you know, you can get that stuff you paint on your fingernails to stop you biting them that
Right.
tastes disgusting. Something to just make it nicer to
Go the
bite
other
them.
way.
Go the other way. A bit of flavour and vitamins and minerals.
And healthy too.
For the naughties.
Yeah.
Everything's got to be healthy in the naughties.
good.
That's good from Kay.
So
Kay,
listen,
Kay, you haven't told us what kind of investment you're looking for. So your business plan is all over the place. You've come in this. Well, what accent is that? It went to like Yorkshire or somewhere. I'm flattering myself.
should we get
with
someone on the
Yorkshire.
line though? And
Let's get someone on the line. Let's stop this before we lose all our listeners due to them being annoyed.
okay, who have we got on the line, Xanthi?
We've got Steve.
We'll have to play a record and come back to Steve.
We can't. It's news time.
We'll do it after the news.
Can't do it.
Of course we can.
Just no.
We can do
No.
what we want.
No.
Let's just
Go.
cancel the X list.
Steve, are you there?
Hello.
Okay, that was good. Well done, Xanthi. Hello, Steve.
Hello, how are you?
Very well. We reckon you're the winner of our competition.
Oh, brilliant, thank you.
So we want you to now imagine you're in the Dragon's Den.
Mm-hmm.
You're walking up the stairs. You're smelling
I'm sweating.
the stink of fear, the sweat. What are you wearing, Steve, for this presentation?
Obviously my best suit. I wouldn't want to let anybody down.
Good.
He's well
Okay.
turned out. Serious.
Dum,
Absolutely.
dum, dum, dum. That's the heartbeat music. You're standing in front of the dragons. They're sneering at you. I'm sneering at you. And here we go. What's your pitch? Go.
I'm looking for £75,000 in return for 1.372% of my awesome horror movie makeup company, Texas Chainsaw Mascara.
Nice.
No,
Texas.
the
Chainsaw-
dragons would not say that, Adam.
Oh right, sorry.
They wouldn't say nice. You have not got the
I'm
idea
too
of the program.
enthusiastic, aren't
Keep
I?
talking.
Okay, sorry.
Not you, Adam.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh,
You
Steve.
want more? Well, I got the idea after seeing Duncan's face.
Duncan, now you've insulted Duncan.
Yeah, I'm out.
Well, he never invests anyway, so
He doesn't, does he? Sorry, Steve, I liked you when you came in, but you insulted me, and insults do not make money. I'm out.
But Duncan,
Steve, I'm interested. Duncan Ballantyne, I'm interested. I like horror movies. My kids like horror. Horror's very marketable. I like it. What? So you want 1.372% for how much?
75,000.
75,000.
Well, yeah, there's a bit of research to do to get
Stop
the blood
talking.
type just right.
You got verbal diarrhea. Stop talking.
Stop.
It's
talk-
my turn to talk.
You've made me angry, so now I'm going to offer you half the money for twice the percentage buy-in.
That's
Oh,
good.
no.
That's good.
All right. Now by saying "oh no," you've proved yourself weak. So now I'm going to offer you nothing for a full stake in the company.
Oh, what are
That's
you going to do
attractive.
about that, Steve?
That's quite an attractive proposition because, you know, getting Duncan's expertise behind my company in return for me getting absolutely nothing would be just perfect.
Good. Well, in that case, I'm in. You've won.
You've won. Well done, Steve. You've won. What prize would you like?
Have you got the Little Britain ticket still?
Yeah.
We do. Yeah.
Well, I
That's a
would love
brilliant
that.
prize.
Do you want a couple
Okay,
of
fantastic.
DVDs as well?
Yeah, I would love a
Of
couple of
course you do.
DVDs.
We'll give you some DVDs. Well, you can have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. How
be
very
perfect.
apposite.
Perfect.
How
Perfect.
perfect. It's almost as if we planned this chaotic, stupid mess of a show.
Thank you so much for calling in, Steve. That was really good.
Thank you,
very
Steve.
much.
Well
Bye.
done.
Have a good weekend. This is Adam and
Yeah.
Joe here on XFM. We'll be back shortly.
XFM.
Stop.
That was the Pixies there with number 13 Baby kicking off our X-List hour here on XFM. This is Adam and Joe. That was going out to Matt Sizer. Matt, thanks very much indeed for getting in touch. Thanks for your text. I hope you enjoyed that one. Thanks for listening to the show. And folks, if you've got any requests or dedications you'd like to make, now's the time to make them. You can text us at 83XFM and we'll play some stuff from the XFM vaults.
Yeah, and thanks to everybody who texted in for our Dragon's Den style competition, which is now closed. And if I didn't read yours out, I'm sorry, but a lot of them were very silly and rude. They really were.
But that's what we're like, though, isn't it? That's what people expect.
No, because
from
we
us.
can't be rude on the radio.
Yeah.
We think of alternative ways to say rude things.
Sometimes we do. Sometimes you're quite rude.
But anyway, thanks for everybody who entered that.
Yeah.
We're into the last 55 minutes of our show, and indeed the last 55 minutes of our time this year on XFM. We're taking a little break. Hopefully we'll be back next year, though. We hope. Early next year. Maybe. We hope.
Yeah, exactly. Unless, something goes really right in our lives.
Yeah.
Now, update on Shopping Mission. I've mobilised the XFM listeners to help me out. I want to play a song called Old Town. At least I've had it going round in my head. I can't even remember if it's any good or not. But I think it's a brilliant song by Phil Lynott. And I want someone out there to go and find it for me. And so far, Andrea has called in and she is on her way from Clapham to the West End to try and track the album down so that we could play Old Town at the end of the show. But she's only got 50 minutes left now.
Yeah, time's running out.
So, Andrea, give us a call if you can hear this. Let us know what your progress is, and we'd love to hear from you.
A lot of people have been texting in as well and emailing to ask what the name of the band who we played a couple of records by last week and the week before. A song about Reeboks last week, and the previous week it was a song about with a cab driver. They're called North of Ping Pong, and you can find out about them on their website, northofpingpong.com. But we got to stop talking about them because it's sounding like we're some kind of
North of Ping Pong
advertising arm.
unit.
So, yeah.
Okay, now, here's what I've done, right, listeners? I've done a mix for you. And this is the kind of thing that, when we first started doing this show, I always thought, I'll do mixes and stuff, and I'll be like a real DJ. And I think I mentioned it to either Carl Pilkington or Brian, who was producing our show then. And I wish I had a photograph of the face they made. It was basically just sort of saying, don't ever do that. But I sneaked one in.
What do you mean a mix?
I've mixed like 2 tracks together.
What, so to create one track? I mean, is this now going to just be a very, very long, like 2 tunes, but they'll fade into each other?
Yeah, that's all I'm talking about,
Oh,
really.
right.
That's
So
all
it's
I'm-
not like a mashup.
No, it's not exactly a mashup,
No.
but I've creatively mixed them together.
Okay, so we got to sit through one track and then wait until the
They're
next one comes
classic
in and they'll
XFM
be...
tracks that have been requested by our listeners.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
So I hope you enjoy this. This is, what have we got here? We've got, Blur.
Classic.
Nice bit of Blur coming up,
Yeah.
followed by The Strokes.
Ooh.
And
you've done some interesting mixing between the two.
I'm gonna do a little bit of mixing for you. So check this out. This is going out. This was requested by Martin in Sheen, East Sheen. Is that a place? Is it Sheem or Cheam?
Sheen, S-H-E-E-N.
And The Strokes is going out to Gareth Tunley, who I did a gig with last night.
And you're going to mix these live?
Yeah. Check this out. Here we go.
Mashing it, mixing it all up, mixing, mashing, mix.
Well done, Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Thank you very much.
That was very good. You made the beat fit with the tune.
I made it.
Like a real DJ.
Like a kind of a DJ.
Yeah, and he does it with 45 minutes left in our careers at the 11th hour.
God,
Hey, listen.
such a good song though, isn't it? Come on. That was The Strokes with Hard to Explain, and before that you heard Chemical World by Blur.
Yeah, this is Adam and Joe on XFM London's 104.9. We were doing a Dragon's Den competition earlier. We've kind of closed it. But there's a couple of really good ones I missed.
Oh, yeah.
Doggles.
Doggles?
goggles that you put on your dog.
That exists, doesn't
that
it?
play wait.
What?
That play a video of the park, so you don't have to take him out for a walk.
That's cruel.
£2 for 27%.
Yeah.
From James in Twickenham. That's exciting. And
Poor old dogs.
Barbie dolls. Yeah.
What?
They're sausage meat shaped women that you pop on the Barbie.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, sausage meat in the shape of a sexy lady, like a Barbie doll.
So you're just saying that women are like meat?
I'm not saying it, Duncan.
To go
is
on the Barbie.
saying it. Duncan, who emailed.
That's a revolting idea.
What a
Duncan.
revolting idea, Duncan. You've got a sick mind. Check yourself into a hospital as soon as possible. Okay, here's a bit of hippity-hoppity. This is a guy who's the latest thing, right? Xantha, you know about hippity-hoppity. He's called how do you say his name? Lupe Fiasco? Yeah, he's a rapper. And he's done this really pretty excellent song, which is about the joys of skateboarding. And I can't skateboard, and let's face it, listener, neither can you. But we all wish we could, and we all dress like we can, and many of us just carry a skateboard round, but never step on it.
I'm never without my skateboard.
Just so that people see you with it. I know at least 2 people who carry skateboards around.
And they can't skateboard?
Not very well.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Really?
Zach.
Does he?
Joel.
Really?
Yeah.
They're not going to be happy about you saying that.
Well, it's time they faced up to the reality. But here we go. If you're a pretend skater or a real skater or just like a bit of hippity-hoppity, this is Lupe Fiasco with Kick Push.
What's he saying? Swanky?
Swanky, yeah.
Swanky.
It just means kind of like cool and posh.
Swanky.
And sophisticated. That's Lupe Fiasco with Kick Push.
That's good, man.
Apparently he came in and rapped that on the All City show, XFM's defunct hip-hop show. It's been taken off.
XFM's not about hip-hop, man.
XFM's not about hip-hop
It's not
anymore.
about the hip-hop.
No. So there we go, but that's pretty good stuff.
You can take your hip-hop and hop out of the room.
XFM.
Travis, what's that one called? Flowers in the Window?
Flowers in the Window.
Yeah.
This is Adam and Joe here on XFM.
We're very excited to be joined in the studio by a listener.
We don't usually have guests of
No.
any kind in the studio, but Andrea responded to my requests earlier on to go out and find me a copy of the Phil Lynott album that contains the song Old Town, which has been going around like a little snatch of this song's
But
been
enough
going around in
about
my
you.
head. Yeah, but I'm
Look
putting
at
it-
Andrea.
I'm putting
She's
it in
here.
context.
Look,
I know,
there.
it's a real
She's
person.
over there. And she's got headphones on and a mic. And you're so... you've obviously... You actually heard the show, then you were in Clapham, and then you got out of bed.
I did.
And
Quite
you actually
literally.
came into town, went to the shop, all for the sake of this idiot man here. And the best thing about Andrea, though, listeners, if I can describe her to you, she's got lovely... what colour is your hair? Brown?
It is today, yeah.
Brown hair. She's got a very beautiful face, a beautiful smile, but she's kind of dressed like a postal lady.
Yeah, like a postal
She's
worker.
dressed like at first I thought it was a kind of a sexy scout outfit, but it's actually kind of a US mail outfit. So this gives you the aura of some, and you've delivered
Well, I
this
tell you what,
CD
Joe,
to Adam.
I did have my Challenge Annika tracksuit on, but then I realised it needed to go in the wash.
That would have been even more suitable, because you
Yeah.
just have an air of efficiency and, as if...
What can I say?
Did you actually put that on specially for us because you were delivering something to us?
I did, actually.
Did you? Seriously?
No, actually, to be honest, it
Yeah.
was the only thing that wasn't in the washing pile.
Okay, it was just a happy coincidence.
It
And
was.
so, Andrea, why?
What?
Why have you done this? Were you lured by the idea of hitting Adam? Or the idea of pulling out one of his belly button hairs? Or the idea of kissing him?
Would
you
I
can
sound
say
like
none
a
of
brazen
those.
hussy if I said it was the snog?
No, you wouldn't. Are you going to say that?
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, it was the snog.
This is
one
a
has
Brazen
to say.
This is
hussy.
getting
Adam
steamy.
is so
now that I'm
excited.
actually here after running the whole way,
Yeah.
literally,
Now that
you've
from the
seen
old
me.
Clapham, some oxygen would do instead.
What do you want? Say
Or
that
actually,
again.
he could mop the sweat from my bra.
Go
with
on,
his
do that,
t-shirt.
Adam.
Steady
Mock
on.
the
Well,
sweat.
I don't know.
Not
Should we
mock
check
it.
it's the right
Not going to mock the
CD?
sweat. That sweat's rubbish. No, I'm not going to mock the sweat. Mop the sweat.
Mop
is
the
what
sweat,
I might do.
thanks.
Yeah. But Andrea, are you a fan of Phil Lynott?
Well, can I tell
Do you know
the
the
truth?
track?
I'd
Yeah.
never actually heard of Phil before this morning.
You never heard of Thin Lizzy? You've heard of Thin Lizzy?
I have heard of Thin
Boys
Lizzy.
are back in town. The boys are back in town.
Here, let's
That's
have the
Thin
CD,
Lizzy.
Andrea. We better get it all queued up and stuff.
They're one of the greatest rock and roll outfits
Well,
of all
why,
time.
why was the CD so cheap then?
Well, it was not a big success, I don't think, that album.
Have you seen
That-
his face?
I don't know if that was his first solo
That's
album.
why.
Can I have a look at it, Joe?
That's a
Sure.
moustache
How much?
and a half.
How much
It
did
was
it cost?
$6.99.
$6.99, isn't it? But he's just great. He's got like one of the all-time great rock and roll voices, and one of my favourite bands, Spoon, who I'm just going to play very shortly. The lead singer of Spoon often sounds like Phil Lynott to me, anyway. And this song, Old Town, I don't suppose it's been played on the radio probably since about 1982 when it came out. There you go, 82. And I just remember it being a lovely song, and I've never heard it since then. And it popped into my head the other day, so I'm going to play it at the end of the show. Fingers crossed that it's not a total turkey. I don't think it is.
Let's have the mopping.
I'll do some mopping, and in the meantime, here's Spoon. Nice. That's Spoon with... Oh, hello, sorry, mate.
Oh, that wasn't such a good mix.
No, that wasn't
So
so
mix
good.
a lot.
I had the continuous button still on, didn't I? That was Spoon with 30-gallon tank. This is Adam and Joe here on XFM. We've got Andrea.
Yeah, are we gonna have some
our
adverts?
guest. We're going to have some adverts. I'm just sort of putting things in context, you know,
Yeah,
setting the
yeah.
scene. We've got Andrea here. We're going to be talking to her a little bit more about her life, about her projects, about her hair. And we're going to be playing the Phil Lynott song, obviously, in the last 20 minutes or so. Check out some of the people on this album. Featured musicians, Midge Ure, Mark Knopfler, Huey Lewis,
Jesus.
Rusty Egan. Amazing, all these people on this album. I'm really looking forward to hearing this song again. Don't be like that. Come
I
on.
said, I'm excited.
I know that,
I'm excited.
That's-
Huey Lewis.
That's your song.
Mitch Ure.
Geniuses.
Yes.
You're talking about geniuses?
Yes.
Right, let's have some adverts. Talking Heads with Once in a Lifetime. That was going out to Jack in Tooting. Thanks for listening to the show, Jack.
Yeah, this is Adam and Joe on XFM London's 104.9. We're into the last 15 minutes of our show.
In last 15 minutes of the show.
Andrea's joined us. She's a listener. She's bought a Phil Lynott record in, and now, as a reward, she's going to get to just... and Xanthi's saying we should say that we do not condone violence. This is kind of a comedy slap. It's kind of a, Morecambe and Wise type
Why does she have to
slap.
slap me?
Because everyone will enjoy it.
Andrea, will you come round here and give me a
I'm coming.
little
Take
slap?
those headphones off,
Joe's
Andrea.
obsessed with the idea of seeing me slapped.
Yeah, I
think
they
this is
deserve
because
it.
Joe wants to slap me himself.
I do. Now
And
give
this
him a
is-
little... You better take those
I'm
cans
gonna
off.
take my headphones off. All right, then.
And so this could be satisfying for some listeners. Now you can judge, go free rein in terms of the strength of the slap.
Yeah. Just do whatever feels right.
What feels right, go for it. Oh, that was pathetic.
That wasn't too bad. But, listeners, she really, raised her arm there. I thought it was going to be quite a bad
that was
smack.
good. Do a slightly harder one.
What are you...
Oh, that was good.
flipping
That's
hard.
correct. Justice has been done. It's been
It
a
was
long
for the
time
sound
coming.
effect.
God.
Okay, thank you, Andrea. Could you return to your chair now, please?
Thanks. Are you happy now?
I'm very happy.
I'm sure
slap
you are.
happy.
You are slap happy, you lunatic.
But hey, Andrea, thanks so much for coming in and bringing the Phil Lynott and doing the slapping. That's very
My
rewarding.
pleasure. Absolutely my
Well done.
pleasure.
Yeah. Shall we listen to Phil now?
Yeah, let's listen to the Phil track.
See if it's as good as I remember. The bit I remember is there's a bit where he goes, I've been spending my life in the old town. And he sort of goes, old. He says old in a very odd way. Old town. I think maybe that's the middle eight. Anyway, let's listen to it. See what you think.
The old Covent Garden, I remember only too well. I've been spending my money in the old town.
80s-tastic. That's amazing. Boy,
Yeah, that's got a lovely sort of jubilant synthy feel to it.
it's got that thing with when the horns come in.
Yeah.
After the middle eight. Oh, it's brilliant. I thought that was
Triumphant fanfare.
fantastic.
Well done. Well done, Andrea, bringing that in.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You've made
good
my
work.
day. I was lovely to hear that again. Phil Lynott, that was with Old Town. Now, Joe,
Yeah, I was just going to say to the listeners, if you're out shopping and you're anywhere near a bookshop this afternoon, Kylie Minogue has written a book for children. It's called The Snow Girl Princess, and it's the biggest load of old rubbish that has ever been launched on humanity.
Come on, it's for children.
Well, if you give this to your child, you might as well be arrested. It's basically about it's just hideous. And if you're in a bookshop, I suggest you read it. Let me just flick through it.
Princess Kylie.
Princess Kylie. Obviously, Kylie's wonderful, and we've got enormous sympathy for her recent struggles. But there's no excuse for producing a book like this. Here's the first page of the worst story in the world. Okay. One bright morning, Kylie woke up with bubbles of excitement fizzing inside her just like lemonade. Now, what does that sound like? She just needs a wee.
She needs a good fart.
Hey, Andrea, come on, we're finished with you now. You can't pitch in rude things like that. Today, at last, she would stand on a glittering stage and sing to thousands of people. Slurp, something licked her cheek. Sheba, Kylie cried, hugging her dog tightly. So she sleeps with her dog.
Yeah.
It's getting worse and worse, isn't it? I can't read the whole thing because it's so long and depressing.
What's the basic gist of the story?
The story is Kylie is the most shallow woman in the world. All she cares about is shopping and shoes and being a star. She's surrounded by people who help make this happen.
But that's the point of the story, as I understand
Yeah,
it.
but what kind of value is that for little girls?
Well, no, it's saying that Kylie wouldn't be anywhere if it weren't for the fact that she has a showbiz family that do everything
that just pander to her.
The sound check man. No, her stage family.
Okay, I don't want to give away the story. This might be a bit of a spoiler. But basically, page 5, she loses her shoes. She looks for them. She gets a bit worried. Page 10, the dog had them.
Right.
She pops them on. Everything's fine.
And she does a good concert.
She does a concert. It's heavily illustrated with pictures of Kylie that appear to have just been, I don't know, taken in some cupboard somewhere with an Anglepoise lamp. And then they've kind of got some very
They've photoshopped it into a very kind of trippy, heavily designed...
Yeah, by some very expensive Japanese designer.
Right.
It's a stinker, folks. And if you're in a shop and fancy a giggle, then have a look for Kylie's book this afternoon. All due respect to Kylie, she's obviously wonderful and brilliant.
And there may well be young children who would be delighted by the book.
I don't know, man. I think it would
I don't know.
turn your daughter into a shallow, awful woman.
Lovely Kylie. She's tiny. She's too small. Someone that small...
She's so small.
You're not allowed to be nasty to them.
It's true. They should have given her away free in the
You
bus.
see, my problem is that I'm very small, but I'm just a little bit too big.
Compared to Kylie, you're like King Kong.
I am, yeah.
She'd be sitting in your lap doing little cartwheels. In your lap, in your hand.
Well, folks, we're coming towards the end of the show. This is pretty much it for us. Andrea, what have you got planned for the weekend?
If nothing better comes along, then it's a trip to IKEA to buy a lampshade.
To buy a lampshade?
That's hot stuff.
That's a long way to go for a lampshade.
Amongst other things.
That's
But
an exciting
mainly,
weekend.
I need Are you telling me?
Yeah.
I know.
And what's your job? What do you do, Andrea?
I work for a silk company.
A silk
Basically,
company?
my job is to cut up pretty little bits of material and post it to rich people that don't know what to spend their money on.
Yeah, good one.
It's
what, like
rewarding.
swatches?
Yeah, that's the very one.
You're the swatch queen.
I am indeed.
And what were you saying about robots?
In my spare time, I like to sew robots. Do you want to see?
Yeah.
I've got one on.
You sew robots?
Listen, this feels like a personal moment between Adam and Andrea. Should this really be going out on the show?
Hey, that's good.
I got given one of those for my birthday.
No, you
Seriously, I've got
didn't.
one of those in my house. I absolutely promise you, I've got one of those in my house.
Just like that.
Exactly like that, yeah.
Where
Your
was
friends have good
A friend of mine
taste.
called David bought me that for my birthday.
Where do you sell them? This is like a little fabric robot made out of kind of shiny silvery fabric that Andrea's made, and it's a badge. You know, she's made it into a badge.
It's a robot badge, a stuffed robot badge.
It's really nice.
Well done, Andrea. Are you responsible for every single one of those?
I am.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Where do you sell them?
Well, I used to sell them in a little shop called Beyond the Valley, which
Yeah.
is on Newborough Street.
Yeah,
and
come
one
on, this
called
is getting
Apple
a bit
Tree.
pluggy now.
Come on, man.
Andy.
She
It's
did
not
us
the
a
Oh, you
favour.
Andrea
did
show.
ask, boy.
She did us a
did
favour.
ask.
She came in with
We did her a favour. She got to slap you. What more could you possibly want?
I got 3 DVDs as well.
There you go.
What have you got?
So, possibly want more? I got a
No, we
Depeche
gave
Mode
them to her.
DVD. And
Oh yeah, we get. I thought that she'd bought them.
you know.
So listen, it is now the end of the show. We should thank very much Xanthi, our producer, for producing us for the last million months.
Yeah.
Done a fantastic job. Thank you, Xanthi. Thank you. And we hope we'll be back with Xanthi in the new year. Don't forget, if you're a fan of our sort of random talking, then you can download the Adam and Joe podcast at xfm.co.uk or via iTunes. I think there's still one new one coming up.
There's one coming out sometime this week. So, apologies again for the
Tardiness
of the recent ones, but we've had a lot going on, which is why we're taking a break. But yeah, one more podcast to complete the set. After that, we may do some more elsewhere. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. But thank you very much indeed for listening and for downloading the podcast if you have been. We're really gonna miss you.
Have we got a record to play?
Yeah,
to
we
say
do.
Bye-bye?
Do you like John Lennon, Andrea?
I do like John Lennon. Are you
Yeah.
going to play some?
I'm going to play some, yeah. Not Imagine, although that would have been a wonderful emotional way to leave our listeners. Instead, this is a track called Oh Yoko.
We'll see you next year, hopefully, listeners. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, I love you, bye!